Hey guys, Benjie here. Want to do a quick video that might sound a little funny at first, but it's about how Benjie's List is a little bit like Uber. So stick with me here. It takes a long way to kind of get around to it. But you know, when we first started talking about this idea, we really talked about the fact that we want it to be an even playing field, right? So we want to level that and make it fair for everybody. We just thought, man, it's just not fair that they get to go and leave reviews on us all day long, but we don't have anywhere where I can find out that this guy's a horrible client. I don't want to work for him, right? Or just that he's a great client and I want to work for him all day long and I want to give him the best service and best pricing, best everything. So we tried to think about some place where that existed, and the only place that we could really think about it was on Uber, right? Is that if Uber were different, you would only have us, the rider, that would review the driver. But instead, that's not the case, right? So the driver also rates the rider, right? So and everybody knows this, right? You know you've got a score. You know, I mean, I know mine, right? 4.96, right? I know that's my Uber score, and I kind of protect it, right? So I make sure that I don't slam the car doors, and that I'm polite when I'm in there, and that I don't bring food into the car unless it's necessarily, you know, that I have to do it, right? Because I want to make sure that I get a good score so that drivers want to come pick me up, right? So earlier this year, Uber CEO or somebody at corporate, they put out that whole press release that now drivers can decline riders that are under a certain score. I don't remember what that score was, but I thought it was like 4.2 or something. But that's that same idea that Benjie's List has, which is, right, once you start getting a bad enough score, well, you might have people that say, hey man, I don't have time to come out, we're too busy, we're 6 months out, best of luck to you, right? Or you get worse rates, right? You're going to get worse pricing from a contractor. But we think that works the best because now it keeps both people on even playing field, and they both are trying to do the things that are respectful and nice to each other, so that relationship, as short as it might be, maybe 3 minutes or 45 minutes, or however long that ride is, that you're both getting good scores. So everybody tends to be nicer to each other, right? So the driver asked, hey, what station do you want it on? And hey, here's the way I'm going, unless you want to go a different way, right? They're trying to do everything they can to give you a good experience. And then you're trying to be polite. You're trying to, you know, not spill anything while you're in there, and you're not slamming the car door when you leave or when you open it up or any of that kind of stuff, right? So everybody's just kind of on their best behavior. Well, we don't have that with before Benjie's List, right? We have it to where it's all one-sided. It is just, they just rate us, and they kind of have the ace of spades at any point to be like, oh, okay, you're not going to do that for me? Well, then I'll leave you a bad review, right? And so that's just not fair. And unless we have it on the same side to go, well, that's fine. You can leave me a review. I'm going to leave you a review as well. So, or we can just both try to be, you know, respectful of each other, right? And make sure that everybody's doing everything they can. So that is the long way around to why Benjie's List is a little bit like Uber on how they're set up, to where both sides of the equation should be reviewing each other so that everybody is respectful and is being as nice as possible and working things out before it gets to be like, hey, I'm just gonna light you up in a review because that's my recourse, and that's what I'm gonna do, and because I can. So we want to make sure that everybody's treated respectful, and that's the reason why we kind of came up with this idea to just try to make the whole process a little more transparent, a little bit easier on everybody. So that's it, guys. That's all I had. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.